Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri, and is the world's first single barrel only liquor store. This business is owned and operated by Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution list. That way you'll know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and what barrel picks they have in the works. We are also sponsored by The Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers a fully customizable carrying case that allows you to take your favorite distilled spirits or cocktail ingredients with you. Whether you're looking for yourself, a customized gift, or logo items for your business or event, The Bar to Go can help. Check them out at thebar2go.com. Use the number 2 when you type out The Bar to Go. Did you know Neely Family Distillery now ships its popular distilled spirits directly to you? To order, simply call 859-394-3258. Tell them the ABV Network sent you. And now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we kick off a new show we will be doing occasionally, the Listener Salute. Today, we feature Don Knott. My name is McNew. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Tim Swaya and Ryan Thompson.
Hey, gang, what's up?
Hey, guys.
Hey, so yeah, I like this idea because the people that we're saluting have no idea this is going to happen. They're regular listeners that engage, so I know that they listen, they talk about the shows and all that. And I like the idea of one day, if this is their favorite show, one day they wake up, they download the latest episode. Wait a minute, this is about me? What? How is this possible? So,
I think that's exciting.
I love when things are about me. Yeah.
Shout outs. That's nice.
Shout out. So yes, we'll talk about Don Knott and why he's an important role in the Bourbon Daily. We'll get to all that after the break. For right now, McNew said there's something she wanted to talk about. What is that, McNew?
Okay, so as we're recording, last weekend was the Super Bowl, and the halftime show is a big deal, but everybody has opinions. They either love it, they hate it, they critique it so hard every single year. It doesn't matter who performs. So I wanted to know, what is your ideal Super Bowl halftime show? Who's performing?
So, okay, question for you.
Yeah.
Does this have to be, there's different ways to do that. Would this be who we would want to out of modern performers? Could this be the best halftime show we saw? Could this be,
who do you want? Not that you saw, like if you were putting this together, if you were organizing it, who are you bringing in?
Okay, and they have to be alive.
I don't care if they're dead.
Elvis is doing the halftime show then. So
that's it.
Yep, there you go.
Okay, so like Ghost of Elvis, are like we resurrecting him? Or
we're resurrecting him, and he's going to be up there.
Hologram.
And it's not going to be the young, good-looking Elvis. Nobody likes that guy. It's going to be the old fat one with the cape and waddle around. And,
I don't even know if we have to resurrect him. We just have to find him.
Right.
That's
he's
right.
doing karate moves. He takes, he's up there, whatever he gets, 12 minutes, 8 minutes of it, he's just doing karate moves. And they're just playing, the drummers behind him playing, and they got the big bass guitar, doom, 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 and he's doing karate moves. And they're like, what the fuck's he doing? Well, he's Elvis. Let him go. Let him do his thing.
That's it.
That's my ultimate halftime show right there.
And people are I think it's epic, and people are still going to be mad about it in some way. They always got to complain about something.
You're going to get emails on this one, McNew. This is going to be great.
Yeah. I know. I can't wait.
Yeah. Well,
I think I didn't go as far back as Elvis, but I really think that Queen would do a hell of a halftime show.
Queen. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they would just, however long they would just come out and crush everything.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I that movie was good, but then, when they had that big Wembley Stadium show, that was like the biggest Queen thing ever. That's the way you see all the video of Freddie Mercury and all that. And that's kind of like the crescendo of their career. Well, it makes it sound, in the movie, it makes it seem like he died like the next day or something. He tells the band. Yeah, it was like 5 years later he died. But it was made for a better movie if this is it. He turns to the band and says, I'm dying, and then they basically show it just happens the next day. So, yeah. That's a good movie. That's how you do it. That's how you Hollywood up something. So, but Queen
And it would be a good halftime show.
Queen would be good.
Queen would be good. There's no doubt about that. So yes, yeah. And then they would. So you get Queen to do the halftime show. You got to have them stick around at the end, right? When we play "We Are the Champions."
Champions. They
when
close
the
it
game's
out.
over. Yeah, you were like, just stick around, Freddie. We got one more thing we want you to do here. Wait till the game's over. Yeah.
You'd have to.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Tim, who's in your ultimate?
Since Alive or Dead, it's probably going to be the Holy Triumvirate Canadian trio of Rush, and it's going to be a very large subculture that's going to enjoy that. But I'm going to throw some other Canadian artists in there to really close it out.
Okay.
And you're going to
Bare Naked Ladies,
Sarah
I hope.
McLachlan.
Oh.
Sarah McLachlan's going to sing there for us to bring it out there, just because she's the voice of an angel. And our Rush fans,
Doesn't she do those terrible commercials where they're killing the pets? They gotta
come on now.
Twist their necks. They're like, won't you feed them?
You go to a Sarah McLachlan show, and there's 5%
God.
there are dudes wearing heavy metal T-shirts, and we all nod at each other because we appreciate the voice of an angel a girl knows how to rock and sing so sweet like she
did
does.
you listen to Enya when you went
She is a
there?
gift to
Sail
all of us
away,
who is
sail
cherished and
away.
treasured.
When I'm gonna have a rough day, I put on that Sail Away song, and it just calms me. It just calms me. I don't know why. It's like
She's in the
I know
arms
when
of
it's
an
going to be a
angel
bad
right
day.
now.
I got to listen to that. I just put it on repeat. It takes me like 2.5 sail aways to get to the barrel shop, and then I'm ready to go. Then I'm in the zone. I can't even yell. I'm just in a good mood. Yeah.
Fumbling towards ecstasy to afterglow. Oh my goodness, it's surfacing. Are you kidding me? That she's a cherished person that this world needs to respect more. And then I probably close it out with some Nickelback and Avril Lavigne to get all the kids in there.
This sounds like the world's worst
gonna
halftime show ever.
Epic.
Right there. That's worse.
It's gonna be epic.
So much hate, and they have some fucking bangers.
That's what I'm talking. Wait till you see my post.
Nickelback.
Absolutely.
All right, so here's where we stand.
Misogynistic start of
through
of
3
Nickelback.
people. I'm in first place. Ryan's in second, and Tim is in a distant third. So yeah.
Tim's in 12th.
All right.
Somehow. Out of 4 people, Tim's in 12th.
Well, we had Jules. We were doing a barrel pick, and we're gonna have to rank your whiskeys. And that's how we do it. You have to, and we say you have to provide your whole list. You got to rank them. And Jules is stressed out because he didn't know how many we're going to taste. And when we were doing this barrel pick at Dimitri's place, and we don't know. He said maybe up to 15. And Jules was like, well, how many? I need to know how many. And he's like, Steve, how can we do this? We don't know how many we're going to be ranking. And so then we go over to look at what he's doing there. And we had tasted 3, and he already had one ranked 7 because he's.
That's awesome.
3. You just have
I love
1,
how
2,
this guy
and 3.
thinks. I love you, Jules.
4, you have 1, 2. No, he already had 7 ranked, so that's why he wanted to know how far, because he would know maybe on his 4th whiskey he was going to be drinking number 15. If that's what it was. That's
There's a thought process there.
what a system there.
There's something there.
Well, he's good. That guy is good. I'll tell you what. All right, McNew. I'm almost going to put you in 4th here behind Tim before you even say anything. But go ahead, give it a try.
Okay. Because I put some thought into this. And you know what? It's my Super Bowl halftime. I'm creating it. It can be exactly what I want. I don't care.
But I have to watch it so I can critique it. Yeah.
Steve, you like this guy. Co Wetzel's going first. It's gonna be a fucking party. We're gonna have fun. And then I got you to
He's like the Kenny Powers of music. Yeah.
He is, and I love it.
Yeah.
So Co Wetzel's going first. We're bringing a little bit of country. So I'm gonna get a guy that can do country and rap. Post Malone's going second, and then we're bringing in Lil Wayne to wrap it up. It's going to be a good time.
I mean, that sounds terrible, but it's still better than Tim's, I think. So, congratulations, you got 3rd place.
I'm with you on that, Akeley.
Yeah, that Tim's was a nightmare. So there it is. So there's our halftime shows. I clearly won that. So yeah.
However, for the record,
Yes.
The national anthem at the Super Bowl with Chris Stapleton.
Nailed it.
One of the best, right? One of the best.
Fine. It's fine. I never heard of that guy before, but yeah, it was fine. We did a good job. He did a nice job, I thought.
Well, he's making the players cry before they go play.
There was people crying.
Come on.
Crying. He did good.
Yeah,
I saw there are people out there that said they didn't like it. I don't understand why you wouldn't like that. I thought that was good. What the hell do you want?
Seriously, it's the national anthem.
People happy. That's why we're just throwing in who we want to throw in.
Now, so you said that when Whitney Houston did it, was anybody not happy with that? I mean, clearly that was great.
I feel like you have some.
There can't be anybody who hated that one.
Like it could have been Dolly Parton. Like nobody's ever going to be happy all the time.
Whitney
like,
Houston, she was the best. She was the best.
Sarah McLachlan sang it. Everybody would be in tears.
Oh God, no one. Sarah McLachlan's horrible. She does those damn commercials. Oh,
I will change you with her catalog. I will send you a playlist for you to turn off immediately once they give it to you.
But Tim, can you please make a Canadian playlist and send it to me?
Well, sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. All right, guess what, gang? It's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? I'm going to start out with some Billy Goat Strut. Billy Goat Strut. Here we go.
Very nice.
Very nice. Oh, very nice cork pop.
Very nice.
I've got the lead. Let's see. Tim, what do you got?
Let's just get Tim out of the way. I'm going with the Yellowstone Toasted Barrel.
Toasted, okay.
It was very
cute. Go ahead, Tim. Oh, he already went.
Sorry. Now.
Sorry. All right, Ryan, you're next. Believe it or not, I think I have the lead.
We're going to throw it out to our friends there at Leatherwood Distillery, doing a little Snake Eater bourbon.
Okay. Well, you're ahead of Tim. So that's for Ryan. That's the win. That's all he's looking for.
That's a win. I'll take it.
That's all right, McNew.
That's a win.
McNew, you're last but not least. It seems like the evening's going to be me versus McNew. I think that's.
I'm going with Green River.
Green River. All right.
Oh, that was sad.
I think you got Mike muffled there. I mean, I heard a cork pop, but
I think the cork just isn't great.
Doesn't fit right. Well,
yeah.
Fair enough. Cheers, gang.
Cheers, guys.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, we're going to be talking about Don Knott. We'll do that in just a few. Let's talk about the people who make these shows happen. First up is the ABV Barrel Shop. It is the most unique shopping experience in the world of bourbon, as the ABV Barrel Shop only sells single barrels. Owners Steve Akeley and Jim Fosnot select. With over 100 distilleries on board to sell us barrels, we are home to the most unique and diverse barrel pick selections in the bourbon world. By signing up for our email, you will always know what we have in stock. In addition to the single barrels, we'll have a gift shop featuring ABV Barrel Shop as well as ABV Network merchandise. We are partnering with vendors like Art Eatables and Old Man Bay Signs to bring you unique items you can't find anywhere else. We will also have a 24-seat classroom where we are offering educational and fun classes like Breakfast and Bourbon, a series where we pair donuts and bourbon, customer barrel picks, and opportunities to learn from master distillers and other bourbon dignitaries. Best of all, we feature a tasting bar where you can try before you buy. All of this is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. If you are in the St. Louis area, please stop by to say hi. If you're traveling in from outside the area, please take advantage of our hotel rates with the Drury Inn and Pear Tree Inn, less than a mile from our shop. This can be done via the links in our Visit St. Louis section on our website. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to plan your trip. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. Hi, this is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network. We're sponsored by the Stave and Thief Society. This is where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge a bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my Executive Bourbon Steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification program available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Okay, let's talk about the Neely Family Distillery. In 2018, I met Royce Neely at an industry event. He started appearing on our shows, and we became friends during my frequent trips to Kentucky. Today, he is amongst the leaders of young distillers leaving their mark on the bourbon industry. A visit to Neely Family Distillery yields insight on their unique family history, why their products are special, and gives you the opportunity to taste their whiskey, moonshine, and creams. Check them out at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com or visit them in Sparta, Kentucky.
This is Mr. Bill. You're listening to the Bourbon Daily. And I'll drink to that.
Welcome back to the Bourbon Daily. Today is our first listener salute, and it is for Don Knott.
Yes, it is. So let's talk about Don Knott's life, because it is interesting to me, because it came up twice already before we got started here. I want to know if it's the celebrity Don Knott. And the person that was on, Barney Fife, as we know it from the Andy Griffith Show, was Don Knotts. It's a different name. It's like Phil Collin The singer, the drummer that we know is Phil Collins, but Phil Collins gets that all the time. Are you related to Phil Collins? And it wears it. I wonder. First of all, do you guys think that this wears on this band? Do you think
it has to be annoying after a point? Like it loses its novelty if you hear it every day of your life.
I would think so too.
Probably.
I mean, I know a woman from Instagram named Krista Gale, not Crystal Gale, but it's close. And every day, I mean, it's just like the celebrity. No, it's not. It's a different name. But go ahead, Tim.
Well, I did some research here on this one because I didn't know for sure, because I do my education, I do my research, I do my homework before these shows. We take it seriously. This isn't all just pulled together out there, folks. We're not just a bunch of happy assholes sitting here talking at the moment's notice. So I searched up Don Knott St. Louis, and the first thing that came up is the Don Knott fan club, created by 3 Webster Groves high school students that are wild about, again, Don Knotts. So even the high school students are trying to tribute the actor couldn't even get the damn thing right.
So maybe he's got a fan club that was accidental.
Fan club, he doesn't know about it.
Right.
So, you never know. So I had to be confused.
Okay. So that's interesting. To me, and we're talking about fans. This is an interesting one. So I probably, in terms of just fans of the show, people that I don't have. I mean, I hang out with you guys when I can and stuff like that. And some of you come to Key West, you come by the store, whatever it is. We talk on the phone. I hang out with you guys. And there's a lot of people that there's this crossover of what's a fan of the show versus who's on the show, and there's people that are both, and it gets a little blurred. And then there's people that, like the legend, but he's not really was never a show guy or anything like that. But I feel it's different. Just a fan of the show that I never really have hung out with. Matter of fact, I've never met Don Knott. I can tell the story of how that almost happened and how it got messed up in a little bit here. But I talk to him probably more than anybody because he literally sends me a message almost every day through Twitter. So that's how we communicate.
Oh, he's a Twitter guy.
He's a Twitter guy, and I get the direct message or whatever you want to call it on Twitter. I get a message from him. It's usually it might be about the show, it might not be. It's some common interest. We like the artist Josh Agel, or Shag as he's known. We talk about him. He lives out in the Pacific Northwest, so he's actually been to Shag's store and stuff like that because Shag's a California guy. So and he sent me some coffee one time from Shag. So I don't know, just a good guy, and he likes the show. It's apparently part of his daily routine, which is cool. Yeah.
I'm just excited to hear about his reaction when he knows we're talking about him. Made a whole show about it.
Yeah,
I know. What's this going to feel? What do you think this is going to feel like, Ryan? For someone who just is a listener to the show, never has been on the show or anything like that, and the first thing do you run around and tell your family if you're him, or what do you think you do with that?
Probably share the link. I'm sure he's going to share the link on his Twitter, right? So yeah. I think I think it'll be well received. I hope so.
Yeah. So this will be heading out on Twitter. We think Don will be promoting this. Yeah. Check this out. Check this episode out. Yeah. And then everybody will be like, why are you pointing us in the direction of this thing about the guy from Don Knotts? Why do we want to listen to this podcast? It's like, no, it's about me. It's about me. Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I did almost meet him one time. So get this. So this is back in my staying at Bourbon's Bistro's days, and but I got kicked out because they had a private party up in the upstairs room, which was my bedroom. So they're like, you can't come back till like 11 o'clock or something like that because we have a party going on. So I go up to Royce's place. And then I get trapped there. It's like, do this, do that. We're having fun and all this stuff. I'm at Royce's. I can't get away. Don Knott shows up at Bourbon's Bistro and is like, you should come on and have a drink with me. And I try to get away, but then I can't. I'm stuck, and I can't get away. And then when I finally get away, I get a message from him. I had to leave or whatever. I'm going back to my hotel. So then I get to the Bourbon's Bistro finally, and because that's where I lived at that point. And he left a card for me, so saying, hey, sorry we missed you, and I had $20 in it. He's like, buy that drink we're gonna have.
Oh, that was sweet.
Wow, that's a class
nice,
move.
Right?
That tells you right there what kind of character we're talking about.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. That was a very cool thing. So yeah. So he's a good guy. He got lit that night though because he was waiting for me and just kept drinking. So it happens. It happens. Yeah, it's just one of those things that happen. So he's a good guy, and I appreciate him, and I enjoy the conversation. And I don't know, it's kind of one of those things that you look forward to. It's the Bourbon Daily is part of his routine. My routine is seeing what he's going to ask me. I have no idea what's going to come in each day. So it's positive stuff. I need positivity in my life.
My favorite thing is like when I don't remember what show is airing for the day and somebody will like send me a message on Instagram or something and be like, oh, that was so funny. Or they'll have an opinion about whatever we talked about.
It's
and
like,
I'll
what?
be like, shit, what was today's show?
Yeah, go back and catch up. Yeah. That stuff happens for sure. Yeah. No, I like it. I got another guy who reaches out to me all the time, but it's usually just he's pissed off at me. So I don't like those. He's never going to get his own show here because it's always pissed off, and he's you need to quit with your fuckery and stuff like that. He's always just ripping on me. I don't need that in my life. That's right.
Back to the positive side of the internet, it just goes to show how small the world is with the internet these days, where you can have a big fan of the show and now you never even met the guy, but he hits you up and you communicate. And so,
yeah, it's nice. It's nice.
Yeah.
So, so very cool stuff. And I've seen him on, he's been on some of our Zoom events in the past. That's the closest I've come to meeting him, but that's it. So there you go. Well, salute to our fan, Mr. Don Knott. So when we put together our Bourbon Daily Hall of Fame this year, maybe he'll be in the mix. We'll see. We'll see if he. Yeah. All right.
Here's to you, Don.
We'll wrap this one up as we always do by talking about where people can find us. Tim, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right. There's back to the Rush stuff. All right. Ryan, how about you?
across all socials at 10th MTN Whiskey, and our website's 10thwhiskey.com. That's 10th, whiskey with an E.
Okay. Let's talk about this Rush thing, because I don't like them really. I think Tom Sawyer's a good song, but I think that's it. That's all they got. What do they do after that?
You don't even start. Okay, so the whole Rush first album, that's a whole nother show we need to have. We need to get Ewalds on here. We need to get Mike Lee's. We need to get a few people on here to talk about the
right.
Either you love them or you don't.
Anybody who's cool, though. You got to have somebody who's really cool that's into it.
So if you define cool as people who are generally in leadership positions all across the entire United States and international conglomerates, then yeah, those are cool people. Because we're all Rush fans.
We got some
corporate guys in high school.
Fun is what we have.
What's the big draw to Rush? First of all, they're ugly guys. They're
very ugly guys.
Ugly guys.
They wore kimonos.
To me,
the album cover of 2112.
The guy who I used to know that liked them, his big thing was they're note for note the same live as they are in the studio. That was a big deal to him. I don't know if is that a big appeal. I don't know.
The appeal is not only the personalities of each of the band members, but how they've been able to evolve over the years to tolerate each other, to go through 45 years and still stay together and still find the drive to tour and create new music is number one. Number two, it's just what each individual person brought to that. The guitar from Alex, the bass and the. I mean, there are times when he's playing the bass with his foot, tapping frets while also playing piano while singing at the same time. And they're just the musicality and the professionalism of how they are. And then Neil Peart, the drummer, his watching him perform is some of the best talent you'd probably have ever seen on the planet.
He was the band to me.
He was the backbone of the bass line, the drum line, the lyrics, all of it, and just the imagery and the storytelling. When you really dig down and peel back away some of the lyrics and you listen to what they're talking about, it really strikes at a certain part in time of a lot of the Rush fans' lives when it comes down. And then new fans too as well. It's kind of timeless.
I don't know.
I did see Rush at Red Rocks years ago, and one of the best concerts I've ever seen, for the record.
The venue is beautiful. That's what
I feel like nobody's going to be bad at Red Rocks.
This is true. This is what they had going for them. Red Rock. Yeah. All right, McNew, how about you? Where can people find you?
I am on Instagram at McNew ABV, and all I know about Rush is from the movie I Love You, Man, when they try to do their cover.
Up in the bass.
Up in the bass.
Yeah. I'm Steve. I don't like Rush. I think they're bad, but they're better than some other popular bands that I don't like. Like Journey, I don't like. There's a lot of bands that Styx. I don't think they're good, and people act like they're good, and they're not. But I don't know. Rush has just this fanship that is just It's very strong. I'll give them that. They would give them that. So people that like them really like them. So I just don't get it. But for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Previous shows, blogs, so much more. abvnetwork.com. McNew, anything else to say before we get out of here?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review. That includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. And if you like what we're doing, we ask that you please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
Bye.
Peace. Before we finish the show, let's talk about some great companies that support the ABV network. First up is Moonshine Still Pro. Moonshine Still Pro has a full line of products to help the home distiller. Whether you want to experiment on the stove in your kitchen or you're looking for a bigger setup in your backyard, owner Russell Creed and his team can help. They have multiple still offerings, accessories, and even grain from their partners at Goldstone Mill to assist you in making whiskey on par with your favorite distillery. They can also help you with some fabricated parts you probably can't make yourself if you are attempting a DIY still project. Learn more or order your still or parts at moonshinestillpro.com. Last but not least is the ABV Barrel Shop. While we don't get to play in the allocated bourbon game because we aren't selling the other products you have to do to get those, we do have access via our friendships in the bourbon industry to some really cool stuff. Have you ever seen your favorite craft distiller selling some really cool limited offerings only in their gift shop? I'm talking things like the hazmat offering Distillery 291 did for their 10th anniversary, or Neely Family Distillery's Papaw's birthday barrel. They don't have enough of it to send it out to distributors, so they only sell it via their gift shop. Well, companies like Distillery 291 and Neely Family Distillery have agreed to sell us 2 or 3 cases of these offerings moving forward, meaning our store will have the access to some of the rarest whiskeys in the world. Way more difficult to come by than the allocated bourbon offerings with the national release. Yes, they will be extremely tough to come by, but if you're a customer of our store, you'll have a chance to get them. Get signed up for our email or text list over at abvbarrelshop.com so you don't miss out.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.